Hey everybody, it's Carmela. I missed you, but I got a really good training for you on today. So when you come on, say hello. Make sure if you have friends that are in this group that you tag them so that they'll know to come on and watch this video. If you have friends that could benefit from the trainings in this group, you should invite them to the group. We would love to have them. So today I'm going to share with you 3 types of entrepreneurs. Trent Shelton shared it as 3 different types of people, but I want to make it specific to this group. So before I get into that, let me introduce myself for our new people. My name is Carmela Williams. You'll occasionally see my husband jumping in with me in this group page. So his name is Troy. We are both business coaches. We're certified through the John Maxwell team. I got certified in 2015. Troy got certified in 2017. And we have helped several businesses in our region. We've done quite a bit of traveling. And over the last year when COVID hit, we started working with small business owners to just make sure that we put the systems, tools, and resources in place to sustain our businesses so that Troy called it a flash in the pan. You don't want to be a flash in the pan business where we hear about you, you do great things for a minute, then you disappear. You make it relate when I say a one-hit wonder. You don't want to be that kind of business. You want to build the kind of business that can be sustained. Hey, y'all, thank y'all so much. For jumping on and joining me. So let's jump in because I know this is your lunch break, so give me 10 minutes. Trent Shelton shared this as 3 different types of people. I'm going to share this as 3 different types of entrepreneurs because that's my audience on today. So the first type of business owner that we have is a watcher. WATCHER. Somebody drop that in the comments for me. Number 1 is a watcher. A watcher is the person who created a business and they're just waiting on things to happen. Like they're not doing the work, but you just got the business, but you're the best kept secret. I know people who have invested in businesses and when their boxes came, they never even opened the boxes. These are the watchers. The watchers will sit on the sideline and criticize the people that's trying to build their business. They always got something to say. They always got some advice to give. We can't ever get it right, but they're not doing anything now. These are the watchers. These are the entrepreneurs who got everything together here, but their feet ain't moving, their hands not moving, they're not networking, they're not sharing anything with anybody. The only thing they're doing is criticizing the work that you're doing. Now, I'm sharing this for a couple of reasons. 1, so that you can understand the type of people that are around you. You can understand the type of entrepreneurs that are around you. Hey there. And 2, the second reason I'm sharing this so that you can check yourself and make sure that it's not you. Because if it is, just make the adjustment. So number 1 is the watchers. They sit on the sideline, they do nothing but criticize the people that's actually trying to build their businesses. Watchers battle with jealousy and envy. Watchers are the people that cannot be genuinely happy with other entrepreneurs for the progress that they're making because they're dealing with jealousy. And envy is real ugly because envy is not just jealous. Envy says that you shouldn't have it, I should. Watchers. Make sure that's not you. Number 2. Y'all drop number 2 in there. Number 2 is wishers. WISHERS for those C personality types like me. Wishers. Wishers. A lot more people will fall into this category if you're in this group. Because most of the time, watchers won't even go the step further to even get in a group. They're just on the outside looking in. Wishers. Wishers have great intentions. Thanks, ladies. Wishers have great intentions. Wishers have hopes. Wishers have dreams. Wishers have the want to. But I got to remind you right here that hope is not a strategy. Wishing is not a strategy. Writing out your goals, just writing out what you want to do, that's not the strategy. Wishers wait for an invitation to the table instead of creating their own. Wishers have good intentions. Wishers will plan. Wishers will meet with you. Have you ever had an accountability partner that was a wisher, that every time y'all got together, they set goals, but they never did anything to implement the goals? Wishers will pay for classes. Wishers will attend every training. Wishers will be faithful to just learning, but they never implement. If you find yourself stuck here in phase number 2, where you are wishing, yes, you got your business in place. Yes, you've done some training. You bought the books. You watched the video. You've been in the classes, but you're not implementing. That's the difference between part 2 and part 3. Part 3 are the workers. Drop workers in. Number 3 is the workers. The difference between moving from just wishing to working is the work. Wishers have faith for it, but we know you got to add some work with the faith in order for it to produce fruit. You got to add work with the faith in order for it to produce fruit. Number 3 are the workers. The workers are the ones who will put in the work. The workers are the ones that will not only get the training, but they will see how it applies to their life. The workers are the ones that will implement. The workers are the ones that will do the behind the scenes work, the work that we don't post about, the work that you don't see. The workers will do the studying. They will put together their programs. The workers will reach out to the people. The workers will push past rejection. Workers do the hard work that the wishers think about, that the wishers plan for, that the wishers even will go as far as writing out, but they never execute. Workers are executors. Workers are implementers, right? So make sure that workers will work with what's in your hand. So if you're a worker, you'll use what you got. Wishers are constantly waiting on the scenario to get just right. Wishers are constantly waiting on somebody else to give them the next tool or the next resource. But the workers understand the power of investment. They'll go out and get what it is that they need. And if they don't have it, they'll figure out how to make it happen. Workers will work with what's in their hands. Workers won't make excuses. Workers will stay up late at night. Workers will get up early in the morning. Workers will reach out to strangers. Workers will understand that sometimes you got to invest in yourself. Workers will do the hard work in our heart so that we don't deal with jealousy and we don't deal with envy. Workers are not easily intimidated. Workers will do the hard work that the watchers just criticize, that the wishers just talk about, but the workers will execute. And you have to ask yourself, as an entrepreneur, it is the 8th month of the year. You set a goal at the beginning of this year. You should be more than halfway of your goal. If you're not more than halfway of your annual goal, your annual income goal, your annual expansion goal, your annual networking goal, if you're not at least halfway of that, what is the problem? Why? You have to look at yourself and ask yourself, as the CEO, CEOs have to answer that question. I don't get to blame it. CEOs, let's look at this as if you're running a big corporation. You don't get to blame it on all the other levels. If the company is not moving, who do they get rid of? The top. Because the visions flow down. You need a CEO running your organization that's a visionary. You need a CEO that knows how to put the right people in place. And if you're going to be a good CEO, you will be magnanimous, where you will take the blame if things go wrong and you'll spread the fame when things go right. So you don't take all the credit for the good work that's taking place in your organization, but you will take the blame for the things that need to be changed. So you got to be the kind of worker in your business that you can look at yourself and say, we are 1/3 of our goal and we should be 3/4 of our goal. What did I not do? Did you spend the first 3 to 4 months of this year sitting on the sidelines watching? Did you spend the first 8 months of this year just wishing, writing out plans? Because see, some people get stuck in the planning phase where we want all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed, and we want things to be perfect before we execute. And that's how we lose ground. You grow as you go. Somebody drop that in the comments for me. Grow as I go. I will grow as I go. You got to move your feet. You got to speak to people. You got to build your business. You got to make the investments. You got to do the hard things. Sometimes you're going to win. Sometimes you're going to learn, but you're still moving forward. And so you can't be on the sideline just watching everybody else move. You can't be even in the trenches just wishing that you can move. And some of us go even further than just wishing. We'll even put it in our notebooks. We'll write it out. We'll have our coaching calls. We'll have our accountability sessions. But we're still wishing if we don't execute. If every time you get with your accountability partner, we're rehashing the same plans, but there's no implementation, then you're stuck in part 2. You're a wisher as an entrepreneur. I want those in this group to make the shift to that of workers, where we implement, where we go all in, where we don't take no for an answer, where we get up early, where we stay up late, where we figure out what is missing, where we do the hard work on ourselves so that our businesses can grow, and so that we don't get stuck sitting on the sideline watching other people and wishing that our business grow. No, we're workers. We implement, we execute. When we figure out something is not working and it's no longer serving us, we release it and we replace it. We release what's no longer serving us and we replace it with something better. Think of it like this with your limiting beliefs. When it comes to limiting beliefs, it's not enough to just recognize the limiting belief. You got to replace it. You have to identify and replace the limiting belief in order for you to take your business to the next level. Let me give you an example and I'll be done. This is an example. When you look at people that are very successful in business, and maybe they're sharing with you how much money they've made. Maybe they've crossed over 6 figures. Maybe they're 7 figures. Maybe they're 8 figures in their business, and you feel some kind of way. If you feel like, well, they can do that because of their background. They can do that because their friends were rich. They can do that because whatever excuse you're telling yourself, that can be a limiting belief, because you attract what you respect. Hear me. You attract what you respect. And so if you feel some kind of way about people and their money, and it really ain't the people, it's the money that makes you feel some kind of way, then you have to do the hard work in yourself and ask yourself, why do I have a limiting belief in the area when it comes to money? Until, as a CEO, until you can neutralize the effects of money. And remember that money is only a tool. Money is only a resource. Money does not answer for me. If it's something that I need for my business, or if it's a convention or a training that I need to go to take my business to the next level, then I'm a worker. I'm going to figure out what I need to do. I'm going to figure out what I need to sell. I'm going to figure out what I need to sacrifice to make it happen for me. Money don't answer for me. Somebody drop that in. That's good. You got to get this. Money don't answer for me. Money answers me. It's a tool. It's a resource. But I don't look at what I have in my hands to determine the level of my business. Because my business is growing, I'm planning my business for the me that I'm becoming. Where I'm going to be this time next year is going to be equivalent to the CEO mindset that I have next year. My goals are attached to the CEO that I'm becoming, not the CEO that I am today. So when you start making plans, when you start working towards something, you're working towards something with the understanding that you're growing into it. See, the vision that I have for my business, we're growing into it. I'm going to need help. I'm going to need an accountant. I'm going to need somebody to a graphic designer. I'm going to need somebody to handle shipping and inventory. I'm growing into the vision. I need a team. I need a facility so that the vision is so much bigger. I need a facility where people can come in and rent space for their businesses, for their leadership training and development. I want a state-of-the-art training and development center. I want an incubator for small businesses that are in my region to come in and actually sit in there and have an office, have a physical space. So the CEO, what you see me doing now, I'm growing into the vision that God has for me and for my business. And being a watcher won't get me there. Being a wisher won't get me there. Only being a worker will get me there. And you got to write your vision out. Make sure you neutralize the effect of money. Make sure you identify, and money may not be your limiting belief. So whatever it is, maybe you feel like you're unworthy and nobody's going to listen to you. Maybe you feel like you don't have anything to offer. Whatever that is, that insecurity that you have on the inside of you, it's a limiting belief. You got to change the story. It is not true, because that is not the you that you will be in order to implement, in order to fulfill the vision that you have for your business. Are you a watcher? Are you a wisher? Or are you a worker? I love you. I hope this is helpful. I wanted to make you think. I wanted to make you go, ooh, I want you to look inside so that you can take your business to the next level. Listen, this fall we'll be going into 1 year of our academies and our group coaching for entrepreneurs. We're doing something really special this fall. If you want to be a part of the next cohort of our Elite Business Academy, you should inbox me. You can't just go and pay for that academy. We have to do an interview just to make sure that you're the right fit. Excuse me. I want to also make sure that you understand what's required for you to be in the academy. And then if you're a good fit, then we'll do an invitation. So if you're interested in the fall academy, just let me know and we'll set up a call. But for the rest of you, I love you. Watchers, wishers, workers. My prayer is that we have a group full of workers. Have a great day.